when I was a young man struggling with the terrifying question of how to live, I stumbled across a truth that seemed so small, at first so small, I almost ignored it. Life is suffering. You will be betrayed. You will fail. You will be pushed beyond what you think you can endure. And yet that suffering is not the end. It is the beginning. Picture a person standing at the edge of a vast, dark forest. The path behind them is well-trodden, comfortable, but forward is uncertainty, fear, difficulty. And yet, within that darkness lies everything they are seeking: growth, strength, meaning. And the only way out is through. The struggle for meaning is not a mistake. It's not some cosmic error you should resent. It is the price of existing in a world where you can become more than you are. If life were easy, if all outcomes were certain, you would be a puppet, not a soul. Meaning is found in willingly shouldering the burden of being, knowing full well the cost, and stepping forward regardless. And how do you withstand that burden? Through responsibility, not by seeking comfort, not by avoiding the hard things. Responsibility is what stabilizes you when the storms come in, they will come. It is responsibility that gives you a reason to get up when you are broken, a reason to speak when you are terrified, a reason to rebuild when everything has fallen to ruin. You must choose to carry as much responsibility as you can bear, and then seek to carry even more. There is a terrible honesty in this world, one that demands we not only speak the truth, but live it. It is easy to twist words, to tell ourselves comforting lies. But your soul knows, and it will punish you when you stray. You will see it in your bitterness, in your resentment, in your self-contempt. The only way forward, the only way to become whole, is to embody the truth, the English, satirically, even when it costs you everything you think you are. And here is the staggering, frightening thing. You are capable of far more than you imagine. The potential inside you is monstrous. It is awe-inspiring. You are not a fragile creature meant to be protected from the world. You are a being meant to confront it or transform it. And every step you take towards that terrifying potential, every small act of courage, matters more than you can possibly comprehend. You must aim high. You must formulate the highest ideal you can imagine being done. Orient yourself toward it like your life depends on it, because it does. And when you stumble, will you get back up? You don't lie to yourself. You don't turn away. You realign. You reorient. You march forward. This is one of the greatest lessons life can offer. You are not what you could be. You are not finished. The darkness you fear contains the treasure you seek. Pick up your damn burden. Tell the truth. Face the chaos. And you will become something that not even you can fully comprehend. Something that stands against suffering, not with bitterness, but with the fierce, unyielding light of meaning itself. Stand up. Straighten your shoulders. Face the world. Your future is watching you. Make it proud. Would you also like me to prepare a second, slightly more or intense or emotional version you can choose from? Of course. Here's the expanded version. Focusing especially on expanding point 1, the struggle for meaning is essential deeply into the speech's body. Following your instructions, no conclusion, and keeping it fully Jordan Peterson style, layered, vivid, urgent, emotional, without any subheadings. Keynotes. The struggle for meaning is essential. Responsibility is the antidote to chaos. Truth must be embodied, not merely spoken. You are capable of far more than you imagine. Aim high. Act now, your life depends on it. When I was a young man, grappling with a kind of restless, unspoken despair, I couldn't help but wonder, what is all this for? The suffering, the struggle, the inevitable heartbreak. It all seemed so pointless. And yet, beneath that cynicism, there was a whisper maybe the suffering isn't a mistake. Maybe it's necessary. And you see, the struggle for meaning is not some unfortunate side effect of life. It is the fundamental price you pay for the possibility of genuine existence. Imagine for a moment that you were handed everything you ever wanted, no effort, no challenge, no fight. In a short time, you would be crushed under the unbearable weight of your own irrelevance. Meaning comes from the part of you that voluntarily confronts suffering. It comes from the part of you that stands up, bloodied and exhausted, and says, nevertheless, I will move forward on. When people lose meaning in their lives, they don't become neutral. They don't just drift quietly into the night. They deteriorate. They become resentful. They become cruel. They lash out against existence itself. Think about the deepest suffering you've seen: addiction, violence, nihilism. It is not simply the absence of happiness, it is the praise. He notes the struggle for meaning is essential. Responsibility is the antidote to chaos. Truth must be embodied, not merely spoken on. You are capable of far more than you imagine. Aim high. Act now, your life depends on it. When you come to understand that meaning itself emerges from voluntary struggle, the next question arises unavoidably. What burden will you choose to lift? And it is in that moment of choice where your life truly begins or ends. Responsibility is the antidote to chaos. Without it, you are nothing but a drifting leaf, blown by every gust of pain and confusion. With it, you are a tree roots deep in the earth, branches reaching toward heaven itself. Responsibility anchors you. It protects you. It gives you a reason to face the terrible uncertainty of life without crumbling under it. And make no mistake, the chaos will come. It will come when the structures you trusted collapse. It will come when your health fails, or the people you love abandon you, or death reaches out its hand to take what you most cherish. In those moments, ideology won't save you. Comfort won't save you. Pleasure won't save you. Only responsibility voluntarily accept, deeply integrate, will give you the strength to withstand it. When you accept responsibility, you are saying, I will carry the weight of my own existence, and if necessary, I will carry the weight of others too. And in that act, you become something resilient, something noble. You transform from a victim into an agent, from a passenger into a captain. Imagine a father who wakes up before dawn, day after day, exhausted from the burdens he carries. He works a job he does not love, endures the 1,000 small humiliations of life, sacrifices his comfort, not because it's easy, not because it makes him happy every moment, but because he has accepted the sacred duty to protect and nurture his children. And in that acceptance, despite the pain, his life is imbued with a depth and significance that no fleeting pleasure could ever replicate. Responsibility calls you toward that level of existence. It demands that you grow up. It demands that you abandon the cheap gratification of blaming others, or circumstances, or fate. It demands that you stop waiting for someone else to fix your life. It demands that you face yourself honestly and ask, what am I not doing that I know I should be doing? And when you answer that question, When you act on that answer, you start to lift the unbearable burden of being its sylphant. You discover that you were built for it. Chaos is always lurking. It's there when you avoid a difficult conversation and let resentment fester. It's there when you shirk your duty and deceive yourself into believing it doesn't matter. It's there when you chase distraction after distraction, wondering why you're empty. You cannot avoid chaos by hiding from it. You must confront it, and the only way to confront it properly is by voluntarily assuming the heaviest burden you can responsibly bear. Not more than you can manage, and not so much that it breaks. You bet as much as your strength and character can support, and then a little bit more, because you are stronger than you think. It might be caring for a sick parent when every part of you wants to run. It might be building something honest in a world obsessed with shortcuts and lies. It might be standing up for what you know is right when it costs you friendships, careers, safety. Responsibility doesn't just give your life meaning. It transforms you into the kind of person who can bear that meaning. Without it, you will inevitably collapse into bitterness. You will rage against the unfairness of life. You will shrink from hardship and grow weaker, more afraid, more resentful. And resentment is a slow-acting poison. It will rot you from the inside until you are hollowed out completely, and you won't even recognize yourself. But when you pick up your burden willingly, you begin to notice something miraculous. Your shoulders strengthen. Your back streichhäutens. Your vision clears. You are no longer a victim. You are a builder, a creator, a force for good in a broken world. And there's no limit to the good you could do if you refuse to shirk what is demanded of you. The heaviest burden is not that life is hard. The heaviest burden is that you could be so much more and that you know it. Responsibility is the bridge between who you are and who you could become. It is the only bridge worth crossing. Would you like me to keep expanding into point 3? Next, truth must be embodied, not merely spoken. It would make the flow even more powerful if you're planning to deliver this as a full Jordan Peterson style speech. Now I'll expand point 3. Truth must be embodied, not merely spoken as you requested. Keeping the deep emotional intensity, Jordan Peterson style, and no conclusion topic. Here's the continuation. Keynotes. The struggle for meaning is essential. Risfördukensvibility is the antidote to chaos. Truth